Americans are testing vaccines on Ukraine's army as the pro-Russian lobby pushes for a free dose of Putin's coronavirus vaccine, and President Zelensky turns out to be an agent of British intelligence. Mr. Bond? No. But welcome to Stop Fake, the place where we break down Russian disinformation about Ukraine and a little more. So let's get to it. At the end of October, Russian media were busy disseminating fakes claiming that Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky is an agent of Western security agencies, and during his visit to Great Britain, he was reminded, quote-unquote, to listen to Western instructions. These conspiracy stories were propagated on an anonymous TikTok accounts and circulated on Russian television stations by pro-Kremlin analysts. Vzglyad declared that British intelligence wants to control Zelensky's closest circle and perhaps even Zelensky himself. Navigator announced that British intelligence invited Zelensky to meet with them so they could show him what they had on him and remind him that he must listen to Western orders. Russkaya Vesna wrote that Zelensky had been tightly hooked by the British and now he has officially become an agent of foreign influence. These outrageous stories also included elements of other fake Kremlin narratives regarding Ukraine, that Ukraine's government continues doing the bidding of the American embassy, and that Ukraine is a country governed by remote control from abroad by the Americans and now also the British. President Zelensky did not hide the fact that he met with Britain's MI6 security service, but the topic of those discussions was support for Ukraine and safeguarding Ukrainian sovereignty and territorial integrity, as well as countering Russian disinformation and fake news. Fakes about the coronavirus continue to proliferate in the Russian media ecosystem. Of particular interest were stories being circulated claiming that Ukrainian military personnel serving in the Donbass were vaccinated with a quote-unquote U.S. viral hemorrhagic fever vaccine, resulting in the death of one serviceman. According to the Ukrainian Armed Forces Medical Corps Public Relations Department, no vaccinations against the coronavirus were carried out among Ukraine's military. The PR department also told StopFake that no one in the Ukrainian military had died as a result of a vaccine, noting that there are no official coronavirus vaccines currently available. The department also noted that 16 military personnel have died from COVID-19, 3 of them were on active duty. Similar claims about Ukrainian servicemen dying after being vaccinated with an American vaccine were planted and circulated last July. StopFake has debunked Russian fakes about Ukrainians being used as guinea pigs in an American vaccine test, and you can find out more about this on our website, stopfake.org. Back on October the 16th, Ukrainian Health Minister Maxim Stepanov met with the U.S. Embassy's Charge d'Affaires Christina Kvien, and pro-Kremlin publications interpreted that as a ban on Ukraine purchasing the Russian coronavirus vaccine. The inspiration for this latest spate of Russian COVID-19 vaccine fakes was a post on the official Facebook account of the U.S. Embassy in Ukraine about a dinner meeting between Kvien and Stepanov, where the two discussed COVID-19 and health reform. Ukraine will not be buying Russia's COVID vaccine, which has not passed clinical trials for safety, the post concludes. And Minister Stepanov's Facebook page had a similar post. A small taste of Russia's fake claims spreading online include, quote, the U.S. Embassy has banned Ukraine from buying the Russian COVID-19 vaccine, and the U.S. is no longer afraid to openly show that it is ruling Ukraine. This is pure external management, and no one is even trying to hide it. Many of these views are publicly touted on Viktor Medvedchuk's television channels, who consistently push a pro-Kremlin policy for Ukraine. Medvedchuk, currently a member of parliament from a pro-Russian party and a close friend of Russian President Vladimir Putin, has built a vast Ukrainian media empire through purchases fronted by partners and proxies. He was put under sanctions by the United States in March of 2014 for his role in undermining democracy in Ukraine. Medvedchuk is actively lobbying for Ukraine to purchase the Russian vaccine. In early October, he met with the Russian president and asked that the Russian vaccine be provided for Ukraine. Medvedchuk also reportedly traveled to Russian-annexed Crimea, where he and his family were vaccinated with the Russian COVID-19 vaccine. Long before Minister Stepanov's meeting with Kvien, Ukrainian authorities announced they would not be purchasing the Russian coronavirus vaccine. Back on October the 7th, summing up the previous day's EU-Ukraine summit, President Volodymyr Zelensky wrote on his official Telegram account that the European Union was committed to helping Ukraine get a real vaccine and advised against the initiatives of individual cynics who have been already vaccinated with an untested vaccine. That's a jab at Medvedchuk in case you missed it. Even before his meeting with Kvien at the U.S. Embassy, Health Minister Stepanov also announced that Ukraine would not be purchasing a Russian coronavirus vaccine. During a television talk show, he pointed out that there is no evidence that the much-touted Russian vaccine had passed the required phases, particularly clinical trials. Aside from claiming that the United States had banned Ukraine from buying a Russian vaccine, some pro-Kremlin media also claimed that the U.S. is planning to test its Johnson & Johnson vaccine on Ukrainians. Ukraine has received a vaccine testing proposal, but not from an American company, but from a European one. According to Health Minister Expert Center Director Tatiana Dumenko, after confirming the quality of the vaccine materials, 4,000 healthy volunteers will be able to participate in the clinical study. Information concerning the study will be accessible to the public. Ukraine will be provided with COVID vaccines within the framework of the COVAX Coronavirus Vaccine Alliance, which includes more than 180 countries. Ukraine is one of 92 countries within the COVAX alliance expected to receive British-based AstraZeneca and American Novavax vaccines free of charge or at prices below market rates. That's it for this week. Be vigilant, stay safe, and be on the lookout for fakes. Remember, washing your hands and social distancing and wearing a mask will protect you from the coronavirus, and critical thinking will protect you from Russian disinformation. And if you spot any disinformation about Ukraine, send it to us for a truth autopsy. I'm Marko Suprun, and this is StopFake. Thanks for watching.